your fault, Gololja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you.
Hello? What is happening? Hello?
So it works.
Okay, it works. Cool. What is happening? Felix.
You gotta put in your Felix now. How long is the cord?
Long enough that I can put it on the floor. But it will probably,
Move this cushion over. Move your shoes. That's what Felix needs to be.
Cat Mike, come on.
Stop running!
He ran!
Fuck, my shoes aren't on. I'm gonna pull my feet if I run like that.
I'll get him.
Okay?
sound fine from here. I am speaking, I'm speaking, I'm speaking.
Or you can just put it down if he's like sitting on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it up
Far
here.
away. Yeah. Well, I guess you will have streaming in the background of your stream now.
Yeah.
Just some ambiance, you know?
Just some ambiance, you know, just some horrific screaming from the Walton Files. Don't worry about it.
Just some ambiance.
That's definitely getting picked up. That's so funny. Sorry, go back to the stream. I need to see this. That's definitely getting picked up. That's so funny. Sorry, go back to the stream. I need to see this. Okay, I'm like, if I cackle, it goes into the red. So let me just put this down a little bit.
Okay.
And then maybe the screaming will be gone. Okay, I think the screaming is just... Can you hear it? Speaking. Okay,
Just the general volume increase, because like right now, my laptop is scaled max. Like here, you know.
okay, I can't make the DB go on. Properties. No, I need advanced audio properties. Let's make the desktop audio go up to like 10 dB maybe. Okay, and then my speaking is about the same levels as it right now, so what does that sound like? My speaking is about the same.
I still have to get max. This is my laptop.
Okay, what about now? To be fair, the voice acting is gonna be a little louder.
That's all.
And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding.
Now you're.
Okay.
You're just low quiet. That's not a big deal.
Okay. I will bring it up to 10, and then some people are gonna start hearing the screaming, but you know, that's
Ambiance.
ambiance. Oh, that's really fucking loud. Okay, let me go down to 5.
Just sit on your seat, Felix. Sit on your seat.
Yeah,
It's a mic for you, okay? You can go complain to the masses, okay?
He's like, no. Okay, there. It's 5 dB and 20 dB. That's probably fine.
You want me to check it?
Yeah, just check. And I also have the voice acting up, and so... Speak.
But not right now.
Speak.
You're still low quiet.
I'll put myself back up to 10 dB. I'm gonna have to ask you to make the horrors a little bit quieter.
My horrors.
Just a little bit quieter.
My horrors.
Like, if I speak at a normal volume, it's just gonna be kind of...
Why are you loading? Why is it left?
We need time before we can move on. Just
Okay, now.
a little time.
Okay. mean, like, okay, so, like, is my mic picking it up from the TV? No, I mean, like, okay.
That's good.
Is my mic picking it up from the TV? Kind of. But is it, like, affecting the quality? Like, can you hear an echo at all, or? But is it, like, affecting the quality? Can you hear an echo at all? That's just normal. Okay. Cool, I guess there's very little latency. Ugh. I need to turn the okay. Oh, we got to be on the air wheeler.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Ffxiv.
He sat down and he left.
Your cat, Mike.
Will you raise a glass?
Oh!
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
Is that a coffee machine or is that like a... Wait. Go back to Alex. There's a thingy and I wasn't sure if it was a coffee machine or like an Alexa tower or like what the fuck.
They have Alexa?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
I'm not surprised if they have Alexa.
Alexa.
Yeah, right there. No,
Show me Alexa.
there's like a purple thingy. Go back.
Show me the coffee machine, Alexa. Right.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Ffxiv who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Switch back to Cowlegs, it's right behind her.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Right there. Yeah, I was like, is that a coffee machine or is that an Alexa
I
or...
think that's a coffee machine because that's a bowl. Unless it's both.
True.
Both.
No, Alexa coffee machine.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
They started fist fighting in the bar.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Ffxiv, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Ffxiv explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Ffxiv herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Ffxiv was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Ffxiw's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents and Ffxiw's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
living memory.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landscar are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Excuse me? Look that up. Look that up. Where do you get that from? Because that's just straight up a Kingdom Hearts reference. Oh, it's a golden sauce.
Only 10?
I don't have a use for it because my Black Mage plans already have all this shit, and that doesn't fit
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Ffxiv, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me.
I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject.
But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research.
I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Ffxiv employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And Ffxiv's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Ffxiv's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited living memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been. Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort,
I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Ffxiv and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry for losing my temper. But there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Beat his ass. Do it.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
pissed about that. It's like, fuck that guy. She called us smug for no reason. Imagine if they let them sing
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not Preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating Endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us for a start. For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Ffxiv and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
Dude, it's like
What are you all doing here?
Malachi called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis.
Felix, no! Come over here!
You don't stand idly by while your house burns down.
Sit down.
We came together
I'm here.
and thought about how we could help. Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion.
Some new treats.
I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
Sit down.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Put it on your mic. Felix, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Felix, you're dumb. Felix! Felix, you are a dumbass.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway. But there are still many who waver.
What?
Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
Give me some more. He's gonna kill me.
那你为什么要？
你玩什么东西手里？
哦，他在 streaming。
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them.
没有喂那么多呢。
Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more.
Doodle has no audience, so it's just a Doodle recording.
Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Oh my god. Felix, sit!
Indeed it is.
Sit.
No, that wasn't. What I meant to say was.
Calm down, Sphene.
Amity, you used her name.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are, that must have been hard on you.
No. You can get his, like, two.
When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
Don't leave me, Felix. I think that's all the cat ASMR we're gonna get.
Okay. Can we bring it back then?
Yeah.
Do you have something to say?
I promise to return.
Is it good?
No, he left.
And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
I wonder if that caught anything.
You're gonna have to go back to the stream archive later.
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm gonna be getting the ice cream ready. I apologize for the noise.
There's so much noise. Look at the mic.
Yeah.
Ha! So. I'm actually curious who's in the duties list for No, she's not in here. They just got the Scions along too. Yeah. I saw Graha, Alze Alpno, Nishtol is here.
Ah, you've come. I'll begin by wearing you down.
I'll begin by
Created new endless form. Not all are warriors, but they will follow orders. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle.
Do they not have faces?
Memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die. You've overburdened the system. No matter, it served its purpose. Next, we visit a prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Keep aggroing the healer, please.
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with criminals. Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it?
Oh, you have to solo your own?
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Everyone is just... It doesn't seem like they know. That's a lot of damage. You're going to have to roll those. Ow. I'm getting bamboozled. Oh, and then they just sit there waiting for you. There we go. Grab it. cannot go in there. I cannot go in there. Yeah. Oh, we have to help kill the helmet. Sorry. Sorry about the helmet. Okay.
Beginning to tire? Good. I bid you continue on. Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom. Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Recall the anguish you felt when you faced death, and rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Oh, hi? Lobby? What is this? Lobby with rings.
Rise and meet the foe before you.
Someone just said that's just the outlet base.
An amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity. Bombs rain down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash. Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
before it melts. You can then put it on your desk. That's it.
Okay.
Ffxiv?
The endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
I think so, yeah.
Don't look at my screen. I'm gonna try to switch the links. Don't look at my screen.
Yeah. Hi,
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless Creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask, why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time I corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
What now?
Good question.
What was that?
I think it is just straight up Necron, man.
A chill. No. something else.
That looks like
He's so
Necron.
cold. So weak.
No, it wasn't. That's something else.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of
I
every
remember in
living
FF90 it's
thing.
literally... You know how, like, mainline FF games will
Allow me
get
to
metaphorical
introduce it
and
to you.
start doing, like, weird shit bosses? Necron is that. Or just, like, death itself.
I got it! I got one! 4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register. Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Sure about that?
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
Oh, give it back! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. You think that's what I want?
What happened now? Wyatt Oracle.
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold, make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the...
Oh, they're normal. Hmm?
What's going on?
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory.
I'm gonna have to look up what Necron's boss theme is later.
Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end.
Nice summoning circle you got.
And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
Nice little arena you got there.
What
What is that?
Dude, that's straight up Necron. That's like the same exact thing. Yeah, like, that's just, yeah, that, okay, hi. Oh, but I do think it is modeled off.
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques?
Oh, it's a primal. The primal.
Keep these close.
Yeah. So he just took those ideas and then made this.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being
they just
enthralled.
stopped doing primals for a while, so I thought they weren't going to bother with them anymore. But it's like, hi, go back.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
Yes. The wings. We need the wings.
That remains to be seen.
That is like almost funny. That's so funny, dude. He's just Necron. Yeah. No, I do know a lot. The Ageless Necropolis. Okay, yeah. Yeah. No, they were